Thank you so much. Well, during his time on campus, our next guest has been actively involved in developing new mobile applications and software programs. Notre Dame senior Aaron Crawfis is currently pursuing a degree in computer engineering, and he's here to tell us more about this unique program. Aaron, welcome to Notre Dame Day, senior in Stanford Hall.
Yep.
And unlike, some Notre Dame students, you actually developed a program to help out your residence hall. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so being an RA in Stanford Hall has been an absolute privilege for me this past year, except I am awful with remembering people's names. So like a bad habit of mine is just saying like, hey you, or hey man, how's it going, without actually like knowing the first name, which I've been trying to get better at. So using the some web development skills that I've picked up over the past couple of years, I actually made a website which will quiz me with people's faces and names, so that way I can kind of use a flashcard system to learn the different residents' names and faces.
I'm really bad with names too, so maybe I need to check this whole thing out.
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a little demonstration, just in his spare time, creating computer applications?
Yeah, no, I'd love to. So I'll bring up a bit of a demo here. So on the main page, you are presented with the face of a member of Stanford Hall, and then you get a couple choices of different names. So this guy right here would be McCartan. And, this is a good friend of mine, this is Ian. And so you just tap the name that you believe, and this is Brent.
Now, do you ever quiz anybody else in the dorm?
Yeah, so we actually let this loose on a couple members of Stanford Hall and the entire staff, and then they've been using it like crazy. I get logs every day of how many people have used this website, and it's definitely been picking up like crazy.
Wow. Have any of the other dorms approached you about maybe getting something set up for their dorm?
Yeah, this is only one of a couple different things that I've brought into Stanford Hall, and I've gotten a couple emails from people, like everything from our website to this to a couple different applications.
Professors could probably use that in their classes.
Yeah, I actually just had a conversation with a professor about this the other day, so it's been a lot of fun.
And Aaron, do you know what I love about your story is that you were turned down for an internship with Microsoft. Mm-hmm. Here we are a year later, you're a senior. And where are you headed after graduation?
Yeah, so I'm excited to say that June 19th, I'll be making the move from Northern Michigan out to Seattle to work for Microsoft.
So how did that come about? They turned you down,
mm-hmm.
You showed some perseverance,
mm-hmm.
You showed some grit, and you got a job offer out of it.
Yeah, no, so for me, I'm pursuing program management, so a little bit different than just pure coding and programming, which a lot of my friends are doing. So it kind of takes a little bit of the business background, a little bit of the programming. So when I went in for my interview for my internship, I knew the coding background, but I did not know the business. A lot of the questions they asked me, I took off and started answering them just from a purely programming and science aspect, and I completely missed the business. So they never even contacted me to say I didn't get it, so I kind of got the hint that I really needed to go back and hit the reset button. Just started reading a lot, read a lot of books, read a lot of cracking the coding interview. I took a couple classes here at Notre Dame that have a bit of a business twist to them with the engineering, so started to really learn what a program manager was and what they do. Prepared as best I could, went out, did my interview out in Redmond, and nailed it. It was like 6 hours of straight interviews being taken from one office to the next.
That is a very long time.
No, it's super exciting. I'm really, really excited to get out there.
What advice would you give to Notre Dame students hoping to pursue the same career? Obviously, you did your homework, mm-hmm. You worked really hard, and it turned into a full-time job offer for you.
Yeah, for me, I just say biggest piece of advice is definitely pursue your hobby. For me, I love making applications like this that kind of solve different problems, and I love kind of helping people through technology, and so I just kept doing that. I mean, my studying and all the prep work was just doing things I loved doing, which made it so it wasn't even work. So
find what you love, right?
Exactly.
Well, another outstanding member of the Notre Dame community, Aaron, thanks for coming on Notre Dame Day.